Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn Geography 5th lesson Hazards. In this lesson, we are going to learn the meanings of hazard, disaster, and catastrophe, and also learning the major types of hazards, their causes, and effects, and also awareness regarding hazards and related prevention measures. What are hazards? Hazards are defined as a thing, person, event, or factor that poses a threat to people, structures, or economic hazards and which may cause a disaster. In simple term, hazards means danger. Now we are going to see the difference between hazard and risk. At first, hazard was a game of chance we played with dice. The English word comes from medieval French, in which the game was called hazard. Now, chance or venture and risk or peril are the usual meanings of hazard. The verb hazard emerged in the 16th century. Hazard could be either human made or natural in environment. A natural hazard is a natural process, an event that is a potential threat to human life and property. Next one, a disaster, that means பேரழிவு. A disaster is a hazardous event that occurs over a limited time span in a defined area and causes great damage to property. Next one, a catastrophe, that means a huge disaster, that is a massive disaster that requires a significant expenditure of money and a long time for recovery. Next, we are going to learn the types of hazards. Some hazards occur frequently and threat the people. Hazards are classified in different ways. Here, it is classified into two types, that is, based on their causes of occurrence, based on their origin. First one, based on their causes of occurrence. Hazards can be broadly classified into three types: natural hazards, human made hazards, socio natural hazards. Second one, in based on their origin, it can be grouped into 8 categories. First one, atmospheric hazard, geologic or seismic hazard, hydrologic hazard, volcanic hazard, environmental hazard, biological hazard, technological hazard, and human induced hazard. The first one, based on their causes of occurrence, it is classified into three types. The first one, natural hazards. These are the results of natural process and man has no role play in it. That is, the examples of natural hazards are earthquake, floods, cyclonic storms, that means சூறாவளி புயல், droughts, வறட்சி, landslides, நிலச்சரிவு, tsunamis and volcanic eruptions. Second one, human made hazards. These are caused by undesirable activities of human. It can be the result of an accident, such as industrial chemical leak or oil spill, or an intentional act, that means knowingly doing the activities. Such hazards can disturb the safety, health, welfare of people and cause damage or destructions to property. Some examples of human made hazards are explosions, hazardous waste, pollution of air, water, and land, dam failures, wars or civil conflicts, and terrorism. Third one, socio-natural hazards. These are caused by the combined effect of natural forces and misdeeds of human. We can see some examples of socio-natural hazards. The first one, the frequency and intensity of floods and droughts. It may increase due to indiscriminate felling of trees, particularly in the catchment areas of the rivers. What is meant by catchment area? That is area of the land bounded by watersheds, that is மீன்பிடிப்பு பகுதி. Next one, landslides, that is called as நிலச்சரிவு. Landslides are caused by natural forces and their frequency and impact may be aggravated, that is it leads to bad situation. It is a result of constructions of roads, houses, etc. in mountainous areas, excavating tunnels, that is agalvaraichi surangangal, and mining and quarrying. Next one, storm surge, that means puyal elichi. The storm surge hazards may be worsened by the destruction of mangroves. What does mean by mangroves? That is, it's a groups of trees and shrubs living in the coastal zone, that is call it as mangroves. So storm surge hazards may worsen by the destruction of these mangroves. Next one, smoke. Smoke means what? Pugaimootam. It is a serious problem in the most big urban areas. The emission from vehicles and industries, combustion of wood and coal together combined with fog, that is moodupani, that it leads to smoke. So far we have seen natural hazards, human-made hazards, socio-natural hazards. The second types of hazard is based on their origin. The first one is atmospheric hazard. In atmospheric hazard, the tropical storms, thunderstorms, lightning, that is minimal, tornadoes, that is suravali, avalanches, that is panicharivu, heat waves, fog and forest fire. Next one, geologic or seismic hazard, that is earthquakes, tsunami, landslides and land subsidence. Land subsidence, that means sudden sinking of earth's surface. Next, hydrologic hazard. Hydrologic means water hazard, that is floods, droughts, that means varachi, coastal erosion, that is kadalora aripu, and storm surges, that is a rising of sea water as a result of winds, that is called puyal elichi. Next one, volcanic hazard, that is eruptions and lava flows. Environmental hazard, pollution of soil, air, water and desertification, that means பாலைவனமாக்குதல், global warming and deforestation, that means cutting of trees. Biological hazard, that is chickenpox, smallpox, AIDS and killer bees. Next one, technological hazard. Hazardous material incidents, fires, infrastructure failures with reference to bridges, tunnels, dams, nuclear and radiological accidents. Eighth one, human induced hazard like terrorism, bomb blast, war, transportation accident and civil disorders. Let's see the major hazards in India. The first one, earthquakes. Earthquake is a violent tremor in the earth's crust, that is shaking, sending out a series of shock waves in all directions from its place of origin. Earthquake-prone regions of the country have been identified on the basis of scientific inputs relating to seismicity. Earthquakes occurred in the past and tectonic setups of the region. It can be classified into four seismic zones, that is zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 and zone 5. Remember that seismic means nila adirvu. Let's see the table, earthquake prone zones of India. What are all the seismic zones we know? Zone 5, zone 4, zone 3 and zone 2. The zone 5 has a very high level of risk, and then zone 4 has high level of risk, and zone 3 moderate, that is medium level of risk. Zone 2, that is have very low risk. It covers remaining parts of the countries. Next, flood. Flood is an event in which a part of the earth's surface gets inundated, that is overflow of water. Heavy rainfall and large waves in seas are the common causes of flood. What are all the major causes of floods? The first one is meteorological factors, that is such as heavy rainfall, tropical cyclones, cloud burst. Next, physical factors such as large catchment area, inadequate drainage arrangement. Next, human factors, deforestation, siltation, that is process of blocking something with sand or soil, that is called siltation. Next, faulty agricultural practices and irrigation practices, collapse of dams, accelerated urbanization. These are the causes of floods. See the map. The following map shows the major flood prone areas in India. There is Gangetic Plains covering the states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, North Bihar, West Bengal and Brahmaputra Valley are the major flood prone areas in North and Northeast India. Coastal Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and southern Gujarat are the other regions which are also prone to flood often. We used to measure earthquakes. An instrument measures vibrations in the ground and records the location and strength of an earthquake. That is seismograph. Next one, cyclonic storms. A cyclonic storm is a strong wind circulating around a low pressure area in the atmosphere. It rotates in anti-clockwise direction in northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. What are all the characteristics of cyclonic storms? Tropical cyclones are characteristic by destructive winds, storm surge, and exceptional levels of rainfall, which may cause flooding. Wind speed may reach up to 200 km per hour and rainfall may record up to 50 cm per day for several consecutive days. East coastal areas vulnerable to storm surges. Vulnerable means affected to storm surges. North Odisha and West Bengal coast, Andhra Pradesh coast between Angol and Machilipatnam, Tamil Nadu coast, that is among 13 coastal districts, Nagapattinam and Kadalur districts are frequently affected by the storm surges. West coastal areas vulnerable to storm surges. The west coast of India is less vulnerable to storm surges than the east coast. Maharashtra coast, north of Harnai and adjoining South Gujarat coast and the coastal belt around the Gulf of Cambay. Second one, the coastal belt around the Gulf of Kutch. Next one, droughts. Drought means varachi. Any lack of water to satisfy the normal needs of agriculture, livestock, that is kalnadaigal, industry or human population may be termed as a drought. It can be classified into three major types. First one, meteorological drought. It is a situation where there is a reduction in rainfall for a specific period below a specific level. Next one, hydrological drought. That is, it is associated with reduction of water in streams, neerodaigal, rivers and reservoirs. Reservoirs means where the place to store water. It is of two types, surface water drought and groundwater drought. Third one, agricultural drought. It refers to the condition in which the agricultural crops get affected due to lack of rainfall. Droughts in India occur in the event of a failure of monsoon, that is Paruvamalai. Generally, monsoon rainfall is uneven in India. Some areas receive heavy rainfall while other regions get moderate to low rainfall. The areas which experience low to very rainfall are affected by drought. The major areas highly prone to drought are the arid and semi-arid region from Ahmedabad to Kanpur on one side and from Kanpur to Jalandhar on the other side. The dry region lying in the leeward side of the Western Ghats. Learn the fact about one-third area of the country is affected by drought. It severely affects 16% of land area, 12% of the total population of India. The areas that receive an annual rainfall of less than 60 cm are the drought-prone regions of India. Understand that the area that receive an annual rainfall less than 60 cm, that is called it as a drought-prone regions of India. Landslides. Landslides, that means nilacharivu. It is a rapid downward movement of rock, soil and vegetation down the slope under the influence of gravity. Landslides are generally sudden and infrequent. Presence of steep slope and heavy rainfall are the major causes of landslides. About 15% of India's landmass is prone to landslide hazard. Landslides are very common along the steep slopes of the Himalayas, the Western Ghats and along the river valleys. In Tamil Nadu, Kodaikanal in Dindigul district, Ooty in Nilgiris district are frequently affected by these landslides. Next one, tsunami. Tsunami refers to huge ocean waves caused by an earthquake, landslide or volcanic eruption. It is generally noticed in the coastal regions and travel between 640 and 960 km per hour. Tsunami pose serious danger to the inhabitants of the coastal areas. The word tsunami is derived from Japanese word tsu, meaning harbor, and Nami meaning wave, that is harbor wave. Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004. On December 26, 2004, local time an undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 struck off the coast of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. The tsunami killed at least 225,000 people across a dozen countries with Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, Thailand, Somalia and Maldives sustaining massive damages. Next one, hazardous waste. The waste that may or tend to cause adverse health effects on the ecosystem and human beings are called hazardous waste. The major hazardous waste are radioactive substance, tools and unused fuel pipe of nuclear power plants, chemicals, synthetic organics, inorganic metals, salts, acids and bases, and flammable and explosives. Next one, medical waste. Hypodermic needles, bandages and outdated drugs. These are all medical waste. Flammable waste. Organic solvents, oils, plasticizers and organic sludges, that is Karimakasidigal. Next, explosives. The waste resulting from ordnance that is from factories, manufacturing and some industrial gases. Household hazardous waste. Pesticides, waste oil, automobile battery and household battery. Do you know Chernobyl nuclear disaster site to become an official tourist spot? Yes, Chernobyl nuclear accident was happened on 26th April 1986. The radiation emitted was more than 400 times than that released by the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima in 1945. This accident remains the largest nuclear accident in history. More than 350,000 people were evacuated from the area and severe restrictions on permanent human settlement are still in that place. Next, air pollution. Air is a mixture of several gases. The main gases are nitrogen for forming products such as fertilizer for plants and for making the air in it. Oxygen is for breathing and carbon dioxide is for photosynthesis. Some other gases like argon, neon, helium, krypton, hydrogen, ozone, xenon and methane are also present. Air pollution is the contamination of the indoor or outdoor air by a range of gases and solids that modify its natural characteristics and percentage. Next one is a primary pollutant is an air pollutant emitted directly from a source. A secondary pollutant is not directly emitted as such but forms when other pollutants react in the atmosphere. Primary pollutants: oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of carbon, particulate matter, other primary pollutants. Secondary pollutants are ground level ozone, smoke. Next, water pollution. Water pollution may be defined as alteration in the physical, chemical and biological characteristics of water which may cause harmful effects in human and aquatic life. In India, water pollution has been taking place on a large scale and since a long period. Both surface and groundwater bodies are polluted to a great extent. The major causes of water pollution in India is urbanization. Next, industrial effluents. Next, sewages, agricultural runoff and improper agricultural practices. Fifth one, seawater intrusion. Sixth one, solid waste. Need for prevention measures. What are the prevention measures? Prevention is defined as the activities taken to prevent a natural calamity or potential hazard from having harmful effects on either people or economic assets. Prevention planning consists of hazard identification, vulnerability assessment. Next one, delayed actions may increase the economic losses. For developing countries like India, prevention is perhaps the most critical components in managing disasters. Let's see the meanings. First one, hazard, that means danger. Droughts, dryness. Aggravated, leads to bad situation. Global warming, increase in Earth's average surface temperature. Deforestation, cutting of trees. Siltation, process of blocking something with sand or soil. Subsidence, sudden sinking of the ground surface.